We're now with Human Resources, and Councilman Stein, Councilman Pridemore are here, and Veronica, if you could introduce yourself, your colleagues, and then make a brief budget presentation.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, I'd like to introduce Finance Manager for Human Resources, Lisa Ricketts. I've got my two Assistant Directors, Ginger Hall, who's over benefits, Sunny Lyons, who is over our administrative and recruitment area. Behind me, yes, I do. I have Steve Kane, who's over our IOD program, and Marla Greer, who takes care of all things technical and is responsible for all the reports that come out of HR. This happened very quickly. Let me switch glasses. I just realized. Mayor, I want to thank you for this opportunity to talk about the work of HR. We're a smaller department with a smaller budget, but we're proud of our important sphere of influence. And I do, again, want to thank staff, the entire HR staff. Those folks work hard every single day and make me look good and make me grateful for their service to the city. I'll talk a little bit about some of the things we've accomplished this year, brief as I can. As you know, we finished the implementation of the phase 1 of our pay plan, which included our increments. We had 1% across the board increase in January, and we also brought those folks who were below market increase, which was about affected 12 departments, 22 classes, and 355 employees, working with Deloitte to bring those classifications up closer to market. We continue to work with Deloitte on phase 2 of the pay plan. We've been in conversation with Mr. Riebling and Mr. Hinote, and I fortunately have John Kennedy from Water, who is, I think, the guru of Metro's compensation, assisting with us, and this is one area that Marla Greer is invaluable resource. She has done a fantastic job of costing out our pay plan, and I want to thank both of them officially for that. We are meeting with employee groups as we go forward with phase 2 and staying in communication with Mr. Riebling and Mr. Hinote. We are also continuing the implementation of the requirements of the Affordable Care Act to ensure compliance with federal regulations. As you might suspect, this is an ongoing process, seems to have no end. And we'll see what the next step is after the Supreme Court issues information to us, makes a ruling, and some of the requirements are complex, and fortunately we do have our consultants assisting us with that. I also want to mention that our IOD clinic opened September 2014, and we've had feedback from safety coordinators and patients and employees. It's been overwhelmingly positive. Treatment wait times have been minimal, satisfaction with clinic staff has been positive, and clinic staff working with departments has been positive. To give you an idea of the numbers, September through March, that's 6 months, we've had 831 claims, 599 IODs that required treatment, 768 clinic visits, and it has exceeded our expectations, and it has certainly exceeded my expectations. I was hoping we would do no harm, and we've done an awful lot of good. So that, and I want to thank Steve Kane, who's over that and assisted in that implementation, and Steve, who's also over our substance abuse program, saw another way that we could have some cost savings with this clinic, and now departments can save money when it's convenient, and for them, they can have collections for our drug tests can take place at the clinic, and the savings is not yet available. We'll have to have a few more months to collect data on that, but departments are responding to that and very pleased that we have another available location for those collections. When talking about IODs, I also want to take time out. It's been important to the members of the benefit board, and I think Mr. Riebling can speak to this as well and is aware of this, to return those folks who are out on disability pensions back to work, if not in a light duty capacity, fully functioning, and HR has had a very positive response back from departments. We're working well with them to get employees on disability back to work. The next item, and Mayor, I think, I know this was something that was important to you, and it was important to me, and it's turned out to be a wonderful program, is our Veteran Service Officer that we hired. It took a while to get Miss Lisa Kiss started because we did not realize all the certifications she was going to have to receive before she could be fully functioning as a service officer. Not only did she have to receive certification from the state of Tennessee and the United States Department of Veterans Administration in order to assist those veterans who were belonged to particular groups. She had to go through a certification process with them, and they include the American Ex-Prisoner of War, Fleet Reserve Association, Marine Corps League, Tennessee Department of Veterans Affairs, I already mentioned, the Retired Enlisted Association, and the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States. Lisa's done a great job. She has conducted outreach programs, individual veterans appointments, meetings, jobs fairs, training events, and she is now doing some training herself. 244 events and appointments she has had and training she has participated in. Since she has been able to process claims, in those from December to March, she has processed 24 claims. That's 6 a month, which really is a significant contribution to veterans. Those are very lengthy, and a lot of the problems that veterans have is producing the documentation that go along with those lengthy claims. And so to get 6 a month out right now is just wonderful. And I know I'm very proud, and I know you are too, that this program has turned out to be a great success. We've also implemented the domestic partnership program. We continue to take applications. Currently we have 60 folks, 60 documented domestic partnerships. That includes their dependents. And I'm also happy to say that the Civil Service Commission amended rules and policies to ensure that that alongside, in the spirit of the executive order, domestic partnership, alongside that Metro employees who are in documented domestic partnerships will have benefit from the same leave privileges, including FMLA leave, that other Metro employees have. So we're very happy that that's come to pass. As you might suspect, our staff handles an enormous amount of data, processing from recruitments, training, benefits, pension, and then, of course, all the in-person folks that knock on our door and walk in and out of our offices. We pride ourselves on I think, customer service is the hallmark of our agency. And to give you an idea, we had approximately 2,500 walk-ins, people just walking off the street into our department and received, I think, very fine service. The last thing I want to mention on our benefits side, and Ginger does a great job over there, we have collected $2.5 million in federal retiree drug subsidy monies that will be returned to Metro's medical fund. So we're very happy about that. Our training classes, we've 271 classes and 5,276 employees have participated. As you know, Mayor, MTSU sponsors our management classes, and we have just submitted an application to receive continuing education units for those classes. We have to go through a pretty lengthy application for that. So those folks in professional positions who need hours for CEUs, they will be able to obtain those through the MMI courses. And again, MTSU gives 3 hours college credit for completing that MMI series as well. So we're happy about that, which brings me to our improvements, and 90% of this is pretty routine, and Mr. Riebling is aware that our positions for domestic partnership and veterans outreach, this is really kind of a formality of our budget. It's been approved by council. We just need to tie this up and put a bow on it and put it in, and officially put it in HR's budget. The improvements for our RFPs for vision and our EAP RFP, that's pretty routine enhancement for us. Our veterans outreach, we are asking for funding for that. It has been a bit more, it was more than I anticipated, but it has done more than I anticipated. And there's been some licensing expenses for the programs that she utilizes. We do have 2 conferences coming up that it would be important for Lisa to attend and be a part of that. It's really important that she stay current. As you might suspect, federal regulations are always changing, so we are hopeful that she can participate in those. The last improvement I have here, and I mentioned this to you, Mayor, at our MMI graduation, something that I see a void in and would like to do is to establish some type of leadership training opportunity for directors and assistant directors in metro agencies. And as we have been working on our diversity advisory committee, I was thinking and speaking with some of the subcommittee members that having a professional training session for our managers, talking about managing diversity in our workplaces and and helping them with especially mentoring and succession training, which is a challenge in any government. So that's something on the horizon. The other thing I would like to do is ramp up some of the certifications and training for HR staff. I would like for the person, Les Ballard, who's over our employee relations, once upon a time I was a Rule 31 mediator. I went through lots of EEO training with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission's investigative training opportunities that they offer, and there were some certifications that I would like to see some of our staff be able to receive, and I also would like to see at least one professional, us to belong to at least one professional membership. So that's about it. The last thing I would like to say is I really want to thank you, Mayor, for this opportunity to be in this position. I appreciate it. I enjoy my work every single day. As I said, I have a great staff, and I'm very grateful to you for that, and I won't ever forget it.
Well, you deserve it, and you've done a great job. Well, thank you. I think the veterans position was, glad we finally got that done, and good work on the partner benefits. I think it's a brand new program, and I'm good to see that up and running. Can you tell me, how is the diversity program, the advisory committee, going?
I think it's going well. We're trying to, we have a meeting tomorrow, and we're trying to wrap up and bring some recommendations to you. And we've had 3 listening sessions out in the community. We had one at Hadley Park, one at Coleman Park, and those were evening listening sessions, and we had one during the day at the Sunny West and at the Fulton Complex. And we had, I think, good participation. And Sonny, yeah, you were at you were at the Howard School, and I think we garnered some wisdom from the citizens who came and shared their stories and their advice and their perspectives. And so I think we'll have some good recommendations for you. It's, I think, everybody wants to see, and I know how much this means to you, that the workplace of our government reflects the community we live in, and it's a noble goal and something worthy and something that we really must do.
Good. Thank you. Rich?
Yes, sir.
Well.
All right, we're good to go.
Good job.
All right.
Jog on out of here.
All right. Aren't you proud of us?
I'm very proud. Yeah, very good.